How come all these false prophets didn't see this coming? Hello, everyone, and thank you for stopping by the Alabama Woodsman. As you know, on the 8th, Mar-a-Lago was raided by the FBI in search of documents. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but I have probably the question of the year. No, I have the biggest question since the inauguration of Joe Biden, and that is this. How come all these false prophets didn't see this coming? I mean, surely one of the biggest events in world history. Surely God would have told the prophets this was coming. And maybe even don't despair. It's all smoke and mirrors or whatever they're going to say going forward. But I don't see that any of these false prophets saw this coming. And that's most interesting. Look, let's get right to it. You can see the headlines. I'm going to run these headlines as I speak. So this poses a tremendous conundrum, shall we say, in that all these false prophets not only are saying Donald Trump was going to be in office months ago, as if you can undo a certified election. Then you got people like Julie Green, from what I hear from one of my commenters, saying that he was going to be put back in office by the end of the year. Another impossibility because it doesn't work that way. And although I know God can do anything, he's not going to do that. So what does this mean? Well, if the Trumpster truly is done, which I think he is, I've said in comments and other people's videos down in the comments below, that the object of their wrath is to destroy him so that he can't run for a second term. If they've succeeded and he cannot run for a second term, what does that do to all these nice, good Christian prophets who, within one swoop of the FBI, are now made out to be total frauds and liars and charlatans? Will you people finally wake up and see that every time these people said Trump was going to be put back in office, it was a lie? It was to motivate you. It was clickbait. Folks, these people are not prophets now. Just get ready for this. Oh, well, you know, Trump told God he really didn't want it, so God said okay. Well, then this didn't have to happen. All Trump had to say was, look, publicly say, hey, I am not running for president. I will not run for president. And look, don't write me in, don't write my name in or anything. That's all he had to do. Get past the filing date. Once the filing date was over, we had to file to run. Once that date went past, they would have let up on him and would have just moved on. At least I think they would. But now, if he is able to run, he will run. But what happens if he doesn't win the nomination? Will he run as an independent and pull a Ross Perot, split the Republican ticket, and another Democrat gets in office? I think there's enough pride there that he may do that. But I think the Trumpster's done. I think he's done. The judge has said that they can look at his taxes. Trust me, no one with that much money does a tax form that is absolutely spotless, clean, without error. And the smallest of error will be magnified. But this right here, if they find documents that he should not have, and trust me, they will find documents that he is not supposed to have, he's going to be disqualified. He won't be able to run for a second term. And all you little Dixon sheep and all you little Grace sheep and you little green sheep and you little Bullock sheep and your Christmas sheep and your Sheets sheep, you guys need to wake up and see these false prophets are charlatans and frauds. Now, I am not a prophet. I have never claimed to be a prophet. I could be totally wrong. The flip side of this coin is that they find absolutely nothing. They turn Trump into that much more of a victim and a martyr. And 90% of America says, oh yeah, we're going to vote for him now. This could be an absolute way to make sure he gets in office. I don't know. My bet is they're going to find something and he's going to be disqualified. And then DeSantis is going to step up. So if, and it's a big if he is disqualified, to all you little sheep running around getting your ears tickled, what are you going to do then? Will you still follow these little false prophets around asking for some kind of new prophecy to come across the airwaves so you can feel good about yourself and America and God? Or will you start living by faith like the Word of God tells you to do? Now, if he is disqualified and he can't run for a second term, watch the excuses that these false prophets will give. Well, Trump didn't really want it. Well, God changed his mind. God saw the future and what was going to happen to him and wanted to spare the family. Folks, the excuses are going to flow like milk and honey. It is going to be the most disgusting display of excuses prophets vomit out that you have ever seen. Trust me, the excuses are already being made. I'll bet you anything. They're already seeing visions and hearing from God, but they're not allowed to tell it yet. They're the keepers of the secret knowledge until they want to release it. See, it could happen that Trump gets disqualified and they say, oh yeah, I saw about 4 months ago Trump didn't really want it. God's not going to go against his will. Garbage. Absolute garbage. We'll see one way or the other. You can't stop time. This is going to come to a head sooner or later. And having said that, I got to go find an aspirin.